Afternoon, welcome back to field number 2 here at the Palmasola Softball Complex in Bradenton, Florida. Day number 19 of the FGCL, second game of 3 here on field number 2, and it's the South Bradenton Skeeters taking on the DeSoto Queens in game 2 of their 3-game series. I'm Tom Canterbury. Thank you so much for joining us here this afternoon. Here is the starting lineup for the South Bradenton Skeeters. They are 5-11 entering today's game. Lost yesterday to the Queens 5-4 as their comeback fell just 1 run short. They're tied for 8th entering play today. They can get as high as 7th and as low as 11th for head coach Morgan Cosser. The starting lineup: Adelaide Hawk, the second baseman, will lead things off. Avery Barton, right field, batting second. Batting third is Jenna Redders, a designated player. Tegan Riley, third base, batting fourth. Batting fifth, Ava Castillo, the left fielder. Batting sixth is Lindsay Chadwick, the extra hitter. Alexa Muller, the shortstop, will bat 7th. Batting 8th is Avery Miller, the first baseman. Annalise Weinbarger catching, batting 9th, and Kate Westmiller, the center fielder, will bat 10th. They're facing in the circle for the Queens, the right-handed junior out of UCF, Caitlin Cochran. The first pitch is popped up and dropped at short by Brooks. So a leadoff E6 starts things off, and Adelaide Hawk is on base. We'll bring up the right fielder, Avery Barton. First pitch fouled back into the mitt for strike 1. Cochran on the year for the Queens, making her 7th appearance. She's pitched 24 innings. A 2-0 record. She's given up 3 runs that have all been earned. A .88 ERA. Another pop-up on the infield, and Desiderio will make the catch for out number 1. As a team, Cochran with 16 hits, 24 strikeouts to 13 walks, a 121 whip. Yesterday got the victory. She went 6 innings. First pitch fouled away. 5 hits, 1 run was earned, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts in the victory over the Skeeters. Jenna Redders now at the plate. The Queens as a team through 16 games have given up 75 runs, 70 have been earned, a .473 ERA. Fly ball, shallow center. Lewis calls off Cologne at the last second to make the catch for out number 2. So now 2 outs, runner on first for Tegan Riley, the third baseman. Riley batting .343, 12 of 35, 10 runs scored, 10 runs driven in with 3 homers, 4 doubles, 8 walks, 3 hit by pitches, and a sac fly. Yesterday was 2 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI. Had a sac fly and 2 doubles. Defensively for the Queens, Howell in left, Lewis in center, Charlton in right, Desiderio at third, Brooks at short, Cologne at second, Doyle at first, and Ruggiero behind the plate, Blakely and Byram, the DP and extra hitter. That one's well hit to right, but Charlton is there. She'll make the catch for out number 3 to retire the side. For the Skeeters here in the first, no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left. We played a half inning. Skeeters nothing, Queens coming to bat. This is the FGCL. We move to the home half of the first. No score between the Skeeters and the Queens. Here is the starting lineup for the DeSoto Queens. They are 13-3 on the year on a 5-game win streak after yesterday's victory. They're in second place. They have clinched a first-round bye in the playoffs. They can still get as high as first place, and they can go as low as 4th for head coach Presley Pylon. Starting lineup: Ty Charlton, the right fielder, leading things off. Ava Blakely, Desiree Player, bats second. Julia Desiderio, third base, batting third. Catching, batting fourth, Bella Ruggiero. Amaya Doyle, first base, batting fifth. Batting sixth, Carissa Howell, the left fielder. Ella Brooks, shortstop, bats seventh. Natalia Colon, second base, batting eighth. Sav Lewis, center field, ninth. And batting 10th is Jamira Byram, the extra hitter. They are facing in the circle for the Skeeters, the right-handed sophomore out of Weber College, Miranda Gill. Gill on the year, making her 13th appearance. She's pitched 12 and 2/3 innings with a 0-4 record. 47 runs allowed, 40 have been earned, a 10.91 ERA, 57 hits, 4 Ks to 9 walks, a 2.57 ERA. Fly ball to center. Now, in the left center field gap, Wes Miller will track it down for out number 1. As a team, the Skeeters, through 16 games, have given up 123 runs, 107 have been earned, a 7.27 ERA, and a team whip sitting at 2.11. First pitch is a strike to Ava Blakely. Yesterday, Gill in the circle pitched 2 no-hit, no-run innings. She walked 2, but did not allow a run, as she kept the Queens where they were, and the Skeeters had a big comeback that fell run short. The 0-2 is outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now on Blakely. Blakely batting .333, 12 of 36 with 10 runs scored, 9 runs driven in, has a couple of doubles, 4 walks, and there's another base hit. That one went right through the 5-6 hole. 1 out single for Blakely will bring up Julia Desiderio. Defensively for the Skeeters, Castillo in left, Wes Miller in center, Barton in right, Riley at third, Muller at short, Hawk at second, Miller at first, Weinbarger catching, Redders and Chadwick, the DP and extra hitters. Desiderio takes the first pitch for a called strike. Desiderio batting .444, 16 of 36 with 15 runs scored, 8 runs driven in, 2 homers, 2 doubles, 5 walks, and 2 hit by pitches on the year. No balls and 2 strikes. Desiderio was 1 for 2 yesterday with a single and a walk. Ground ball back to Gill. No, it's past Gill. Muller collects it and lunges and steps on the bag for the out. So Desiderio reaches on the fielder's choice. There's 2 outs for the catcher, Bella Ruggiero. Ruggiero, 23 of 47, batting .489. And that one's popped up on the infield. Hawk will make the catch for out number 3 to retire the side. For the Queens in the first, no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We've played an inning. Still scoreless between the Skeeters and the Queens. This is the FGCL. Ava Castillo leading things off for the Skeeters here in the second, no score. First pitch is a called strike. Castillo, 6 of 47 with 4 runs scored and an RBI. A walk and 2 hit by pitches. Castillo was 0 for 3 yesterday and down the count 0-2 here. 89 degrees, sunny skies. It feels like is at 100 right now here in Bradenton. Beautiful day, I say, here in the shade of the press box. Popped up in foul ground. It will not be caught at third. Hits up against the fencing in front of the dugout for a foul ball, 0-2. Caitlin Cochran in the circle for the Queens, a junior at UCF. This past year for the Golden Knights, had a 1.68 ERA, a 1-2 record in 18 1/3 innings. Gave up 28 hits, 21 runs, 18 earned, with 17 walks and 5 strikeouts. And there's a strikeout for the first out of the inning. Castillo down on strikes. First K of the day for Cochran. And with 1 out, that brings up Lindsay Chadwick. Chadwick batting .205, 8 of 39. 7 runs scored, 8 runs driven in with 2 homers, 3 walks, 3 hit by pitches, and a sac fly. And that's a fly ball. That's going to fall for a base hit. Lewis gave it a dive but couldn't come up with it, and sliding in safely with the double is Chadwick. First hit of the day for the Skeeters, puts a runner in scoring position with 1 out. And that will bring up Alexa Muller, the shortstop. She's 11 of 34, batting .324. 7 runs scored, 6 runs driven in with a homer, 2 doubles, and 5 walks. The first pitch is a ball. Muller yesterday, 1 for 1 with a single. Two and 1. Fly ball and foul ground, a diving attempt by Howell, but it's going to fall foul. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Earlier today here on Field 2, the Squeeze beat the Rodeo 9-7. It was the impact run rolling the circus on Field 1. Fins and the Slice are underway over on Field 1. We'll keep you up to date on that one. And coming up next here on Field 2, the Pioneers and the Aquanauts. We'll wrap up day 19. The River Mocs and the Sea Cows will be on Field 1. Tomorrow, these two teams play at 9:30 on the final day of the regular season here on Field 2. The Rodeo will look for their sweep over, or excuse me, the Squeeze will look for their sweep over the Rodeo tomorrow at 2:30. Payoff pitch low and away for ball 4. So, after the double, Muller coaxes the walk. Runners now on first and second with one out for Avery Miller. Miller batting .500. She's 15 of 30, 6 runs scored, leads the team with 16 RBIs, 2 homers, 2 doubles, 10 walks, and a hit by pitch. 634 the OBP, but that's a ground ball to first. They'll throw to second. Got Muller on the fielder's choice. Chadwick to third. There's now 2 away. And that will bring up Annalise Weinbarger. Weinbarger batting .333. She's 15 of 45 with 8 runs scored, 13 runs driven in, 5 homers, a double, 2 walks. Was 0 for 3 yesterday. Steps in here, runners on the corners, 2 outs. First pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. Standings entering play today, or entering this window of games, I should say. These are up to the minute. Squeeze in first place at 15 and 2. They're on a 10-game win streak following their win earlier today, and that one bounces away. Runner will stay at third, but Miller will take second on the wild pitch. The Queens are in second. They're 13 and 3. If they finish tied with the Squeeze, the Queens do have the tiebreaker and would be the number 1 overall seed. The Aquanauts are in third at 12 and 4. The Impact is currently in fourth at 11 and 6. The Slice a half game back at 10 and 6. If the Impact and Slice end up tied, the Slice have the tiebreaker, and the Slice would get the number 4 seed and the last bye. That's the big race right now for 4th place between the Impact and the Slice. Aquanauts, their magic number is 1 to definitely get a bye. Fly ball to right. Charlton is there. She'll make the catch for out number 3 to retire the side. We'll finish up those standings. When we come back, we'll move to the bottom of the second, still scoreless. Skeeters Queens. This is the FGCL. We head to the bottom of the second, still scoreless between the Queens and the Skeeters. Amaya Doyle leading things off. First pitch is high and away for ball 1. Miranda Gill back out now for her second inning of work for the Skeeters. Gill, a sophomore at Weber College from right here in Sarasota. Ground ball to third. Stopping the throw from Riley. There's one away. That brings up Carissa Howell. Howell batting .250. She's 10 of 40. 9 runs scored, 12 runs driven in with a homer, 3 doubles, 8 walks, 4 hit by pitches, and a sac fly as that one's fouled away for strike one. Doyle 0 for 3 yesterday. Howell 0 for 3 with an RBI ground out yesterday. Fly ball to right, and that's going to fall and get past Barton in right. Howell will stay at second, and that's a double for Carissa Howell, and the Queens have a runner in scoring position for the first time today with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning, as that will bring up Ella Brooks. Brooks 1 for 10 at the plate. Her 1 hit, a home run, solo shot. 3 walks on the year. First pitch to her is a ball. Brooks did not bat yesterday, pitched an inning in the circle for the Queens. Called strike 1-1. Finishing off those standings, you have the River Mocs at 8-8 and the Rodeo at 8-9 in the battle for 6th place. Finn, Skeeters, and Sea Cows all tied at 5-9 for 8th. Or 5-11 for 8th, excuse me. Circus at 4-13 and the Pioneers in 12th at 2-14. That comes in and that plunks her. Off-speed pitch off the hip. Runners now on first and second with 1 out for Natalia Colon. Colon batting .343, 12 of 35, 12 runs scored, 4 runs driven in with a double. Fly ball to right. That's going to be caught by Barton. Tagging up from second. Reaching third safely is Howell, but there's now 2 away. So 2 outs, runners on the corners for Sav Lewis. Lewis batting .390, 16 of 41, 12 runs scored with 7 RBIs, 3 doubles, and a walk. She'll step in here. Queens trying to get on the board first in the bottom of the second. First pitch is bunted foul for strike 1. Lewis did not appear for the Queens yesterday. One ball, one strike. Brooks steals second without a throw. Swung on a miss, a ball and 2 strikes. One hopper to third. Riley got it, made the throw for out number 3, and the Queens get a couple runners in scoring position but can't get them in here in the second. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 left. We played 2, still scoreless. Skeeters Queens, this is the FGCL. We head to the third inning, 0-0 between the Skeeters and the Queens. Kate Westmiller to lead things off for the Skeeters here in the third. 10-1-9. 10-1-2, that'll be easy for me to say. Caitlin Cochran back out for her third inning. Westmiller fouls the first pitch off for strike one. Westmiller is 7 of 44. 159 the average with 6 runs scored. 3 walks and hit by pitch. Yesterday was 1 for 3 with a single. In that game yesterday, Skeeters took a 1-0 lead in the first inning, but then the Queens scored 5 runs over the third and fourth innings. They led it 5-1. Skeeters, a furious comeback in the sixth, scored 3 to pull within 1, but the comeback fell a run short. Two pitch. That's just foul. We're past Esterio at third, but to the left of the third base bag. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another foul ball. Over on field 1, they're in the bottom of the second. The Slice have a 3-0 lead over the Finns. Again, if the Slice win out, they will be the number 4 overall seed. They'll get the final bye because they'll have the tiebreaker over the Impact, regardless of what the Impact does. But if the Impact wins out and the Slice lose either today or tomorrow to the Finns, then it'll be the Impact with the number 4 seed. All that is assuming that the Aquanauts get a win over the Pioneers either today or tomorrow. If the Pioneers were to beat the Impact twice, and it's a 3-way tie, a whole new tie-breaking scenario comes into play. That is a bridge we will cross when we get to it. If necessary, those tiebreakers will all be laid out entering play tomorrow. Another 2-2 to Westmiller. That's going to get through for a base hit. Kate Westmiller leads off the third with a single. And that will bring up Adelaide Hawk, who reached on an error her first time up. Hawk, a freshman at New Mexico. Scored 3 runs in her freshman season for the Lobos. First pitch is a strike. There are some other possible tiebreakers needed for seeding purposes down the line, but the big one is for that number 4 seed to get that first round bye. And the final Day of the regular season is tomorrow. The Coastie Awards and the All-Star game will be Wednesday. Playoffs start Thursday. Off the in the back to Cochran. She will throw it to first to get the out. Westmiller to second. Just too slow of a roller for Cochran to think about second. So runner on second, one out. For Avery Barton. The right fielder's 0 for 1, popped out her first time. First pitch is the ball. Barton, a junior at Mercer this past year. Pops that one up. Out of play, 1 ball, 1 strike. For the Bears was 3 of 33, had 4 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 3 runs scored. Good speed on the base pass for the Skeeters. On second base is Kate Westmiller with 1 out. No score as we play here in the top of the third. Popped up in foul ground, third base side. Desiderio sticks with it to make the catch. And there's 2 away. Jenna Redders now steps in, 0 for 1 with a fly out. Ground ball to short. The throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, but Doyle will apply the tag to Redders passing by for out number 3 to retire the side. So the leadoff single does nothing for the Skeeters. In the run column, no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the third, still no score between the Skeeters and the Queens. This is the FGCL. Jemiah Byram in the 10 hole will lead things off. Takes the first pitch for a ball. We're scoreless as we move to the bottom of the third between the Skeeters and the Queens. Byram, 18 of 49, batting .367, 13 runs scored, 19 RBIs with 3 homers, 5 doubles, and 3 walks with 2 sac flies on the year. Fly ball deep center field. That one's way back. Way gone. Solo homer for Jamira Byram. And the Queens have taken a 1-0 lead here in the third. Byram yesterday was 2 for 3 with a run scored. Now with 3 hits in the series so far. And the solo shot makes it 1-0 Queens. Byram's 4th homer of the season and her 20th RBI. Ty Charlton will step in. She had a fly out her first time. Charlton, a freshman at Georgia in 2025. Was 5 of 25 for the Bulldogs with 2 RBIs, a homer, and 5 runs scored. This is the 5th inning that Miranda Gill has pitched against the Queens here in the last 2 days, and that was the first run the Queens have scored against her. Charlton draws the walk, puts a runner on first with nobody out. Now bring up Ava Blakely. Blakely singled her first time. Freshman at Lamar this past year, where she batted .214, 24 of 112, 15 RBIs with a triple, 5 doubles, and 16 runs scored. Runner goes, and stealing second just ahead of the tag is Charlton. Popped up on the infield. Riley calls everyone off. She'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. That brings up Julia Desiderio. First pitch is just foul for strike one. Desiderio reached on a fielder's choice her first time. Coming off a redshirt season at South Carolina, entered the transfer portal and is heading to Florida with 2 years of eligibility remaining. So the ruling is that Desiderio stuck her leg out and got hit by the ball. It's a ball, but it is a dead ball. So no base awarded, and Charlton has to go back to second. Two-hopper to third. Riley makes the throw in time, and Charlton will take third. There's now 2 away. Good throw by Riley, who did not field it cleanly on the first try. There's now 2 outs with a runner on third for Bella Ruggiero, who popped out her first time. First pitch is a strike. Ruggiero coming off a redshirt freshman season at Florida State. That one's lined to center, and that's going to be tracked down by Westmiller for out number 3 to retire the side. So the solo homer by Jemiah Byram. All the Queens can manage here in the third inning. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We played 3. Queens lead it 1-0. This is the FTCL. We move to the fourth, 1-0 Queens. Tegan Riley leading things off for the Skeeters. 4-5-6. Caitlin Cochran back out for her 4th inning of work. First pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Cochran threw 3, no runs on 2 hits. She's walked 1 and struck out 1. Up 0-2 over Riley. Riley, the sophomore from Lynn University, fouls that one off. Originally from Tampa, Florida. At Lynn this past year, batted .270, 38 of 141 with 26 RBIs, 5 homers, a couple of triples, 4 doubles, and 20 runs scored. Another foul ball. We'll do it again. No balls, 2 strikes. A solo homer by Jemiah Byram. Last inning Lone run of the game so far. As the Queens are looking to take the series and go for a sweep tomorrow. The Skeeters trying to tie up this series and force it to be a rubber match tomorrow on the final day of the regular season. Again, if the Queens win out and the Squeeze lose tomorrow to the Rodeo, the Queens would tie for the regular season championship and have the #1 overall seed with tiebreakers. That one's a well-hit ball to right, but Charlton is there. She'll make the catch for out #1. That'll bring up Ava Castillo. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Castillo, a freshman at New Mexico, entered the transfer portal and is headed to Lubbock Christian. That's a ground ball that is going to be knocked down, but not corralled by Brooks at short. Infield single for Ava Castillo. Third straight inning with a hit for the Skeeters, but they're still looking for their first run. Lindsay Chadwick will be the batter. She doubled her first time back in the second. Pulls back the bunt. Castillo will steal second. The throw got into center field, but Castillo stays at second with a stolen base. Pitch was a strike. It's 0-1. Chadwick from Tampa, Florida, a junior at Jacksonville this past year. Batted 130 for the Dolphins, 9 of 69, 9 RBIs with 2 homers, a double, and 8 runs scored. Takes a called strike there, 1-2. Popped up. Cochran will make the catch in the circle, and there's 2 away. So 2-out runner on second. Alexa Muller, the batter. Walked her first time. First pitch misses for ball 1. Muller, a first year at Harvard this past year from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. And that ball is driven to deep center field. That one's way back. Way gone. 2-run homer for Alexa Muller. And the Skeeters take the 2-1 lead. For Muller, that is their second home run of the year, and RBIs 7 and 8, and the Skeeters are in front 2-1 here in the top of the 4th. And that brings up Avery Miller. 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice her first time. First pitch is low for ball 1. Miller, that one's driven way back and out of here over the right field wall. Back-to-back homers by the Skeeters. It's 3-1. Alexa Muller and Avery Miller go back-to-back. Miller, her third home run of the season, her second in as many days. She now has 17 RBIs on the year. And all of a sudden, the Skeeters have provided offensive support for their pitching here today in the fourth inning. And that brings up Annalise Weinbarger, who is 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch to her misses for ball one. Weinbarger, a redshirt junior at Winthrop in 2025. She transferred there from Coastal Carolina. Weinbarger batted .238 at Winthrop this past year, 15 of 63 with 6 RBIs, a homer, a triple, and 3 doubles. That's popped up. We'll get out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Out of the Box Podcast scoreboard update. They're in the top of the fourth over on field one in the slice with a 3-0 lead over the Finns. Again, fouled away. Ground ball, and that's through. Two-out production continues for the Skeeters here in the fourth. Weinbarger will be replaced at first by a courtesy runner. Lindsay Chadwick will come out to run. Kate Westmiller will be the batter. She singled her first time. Fly ball to left. Howell will track it down to make the catch for out number 3 to retire the side. But the Skeeters take the lead here in the fourth. 3 runs, including back-to-back homers by Muller and Miller on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the fourth. 3-1, Skeeters with the lead. This is the FGCL. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Skeeters with a 3-1 lead. Due up for the Queens, it'll be Doyle, Howell, and Brooks facing a new pitcher for the Skeeters. Miranda Gill heading things over to Adelaide Hawk. First pitch comes in and hits her on the foot and hit the umpire as well. So he's going to need a minute. Gill went 3 innings, gave up 3 hits and 1 run. It was earned, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. And we'll hand things over to Adelaide Hawk, who is making her pitching debut for the Skeeters here today. Other changes in the field for the Skeeters. Barton now in left, Riley now in right, Chadwick at third, and Redders is at second. First pitch is a strike to Carissa Howell, who doubled her first time. Howell, a sophomore at Liberty from Lakeland, Florida, was 1 for 4 for the Flames. That ball is lifted to center field on the run and unable to track it down is Wes Miller. Digging for third, safe there is Doyle, and that's going to be a double for Howell. Second double of the day for Carissa Howell. And the Queens now have 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out as they try to answer the Skeeters' 3 runs in the top of the 4th inning. And that will bring up Ella Brooks, who was hit by a pitch her first time. And that hit her. So Brooks has been hit twice today now. The bases are loaded. There's nobody out. Natalia Colon will be the batter. Infield in. Colon had a fly out her first time. First pitch. Called strike. Waits on that one. Fouls it away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2 is to the backstop. And that throw gets away. So a wild pitch and an error bring home 2, and we're tied up at 3. So Doyle scores on the wild pitch, and Howell scores on the E2. And after the Skeeters took the 3-1 lead in the top of the 4th, Queens have answered back. It's tied up, and there's still nobody out. Payoff pitch to Colon. Low for ball 4. second cause there is going to end the Adelaide Hawk experiment right here. So Hawk did not record an out, gave up a hit, 2 runs, both earned, responsible for the 2 other runners on base. She walked 1 and hit 2. So that will bring in Grace Rourke. Rourke making her 13th appearance. She's pitched 51 in the 3rd innings with a 2-1 record. 29 runs allowed, 23 have been earned. That's a 3.14 ERA, 56 hits, 32 strikeouts, so 22 walks, 152 the whip. Rourke yesterday took the loss, went 4 innings, gave up 9 hits, 5 runs all earned with no walks and 3 strikeouts. So she'll face Sav Lewis to start things off with runners on first and second and nobody out, tied up at 3. First pitch, foul tipped in the glove for strike 1 on the slap. Lewis, a sophomore at Salt Lake Community College, looking for a 4-year home. Batted .362 for Salt Lake this past season. Slaps that one foul. She had 29 RBIs, 5 triples, 7 doubles, and 51 runs scored. 404 OBP at Salt Lake for Lewis. Down the count 0-2. That one's fouled away. We'll do it again. No balls, 2 strikes. There is Presley Pylon, the head coach of the Queens. First-year coach for the first-year team here in the league. She was on the all-defensive team for the Big 12 in 2025. And Lewis goes too far around on the check swing for strike 3. So wraps up her playing career at Baylor and is head coach here in the league this season. First pitch misses outside for ball 1 to Chamaya Byram, who hit a solo homer her first time up. Byram, a sophomore at Liberty from Henderson, Kentucky. For the Flames, batted .194 with 5 RBIs, a homer, a triple, and 2 doubles. 10 runs scored. That's a ground ball, and that's going to get through for a base hit into center field. Brooks will score. And taking third is going to be Cologne, and the Queens have taken a 4-3 lead. RBI single for Byram. Her second run driven in, giving the Queens now the lead. First pitch, a called strike to Taya Charlton. Charlton 0 for 1 with a fly out and a walk. Fouls that one off 0-2. Rourke trying to limit the damage here in the 4th. Runner goes, and Byram will still second without a throw. Touch inside, the count's full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 2 runners on. Queens trying to add to their 4-3 lead. Went too far around on the check swing. 4 strike 3. Pitch was inside, but after the appeal, there's a strikeout and there's 2 away. That'll bring up Ava Blakely, 1 for 2 with a single. One hits the outside corner, a ball and 2 strikes. That one is a ground ball off of Rourke's foot, and she throws it away, compounding the issue. So that is going to be an RBI single for Blakely, and then an E1, allowing the second run to score and Blakely to reach second. And it's now 6-3, Queens with the lead. Two out now for Julia Desiderio, who's 0 for 2. First pitch fouled away for strike 1. So I'll close the book on Hawk. Did not record an out, gave up 1 hit and 4 runs, all earned with a walk. 2 hit by pitches. Pop up. Back behind home plate, Weinbarger 6 with it to make the catch for out number 3 to retire the side. But the Queens grab the lead back here in the bottom of the 4th. So they get 4 runs on 3 hits. There were 2 errors and 1 left. We played 4, 6-3, Queens with the lead. This is the FGCL. Grace Rourke leading things off for the Skeeters here in the top of the 5th inning. So it's Rourke, Barton, and Redders against a new pitcher for the Queens here in the 5th. Queens holding on to a 6-3 lead after the 5-spot last inning. And a tough day for Blue behind the plate continues. He's going to take a walk after that one. Furness for the Queens, making her 13th appearance. She's pitched 39 2/3 innings with a 5-2 record. 30 runs allowed, 27 have been earned for a 4.76 ERA. 37 hits, 37 strikeouts, 27 walks, 161 the whip. Replacing Caitlin Cochran, who's pitched 4 innings. Gave up 6 hits, 3 runs all earned, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. And Kirsten Amua also entering the game. She is your new second baseman for the Queens. And Rourke swings and misses at strike 3. Now bring up Avery Barton. She's 0 for 2 with a pop out and a foul out. Ground ball, that's going to get through. Barton reaches for the first time today with the single. One out runner on first now for Jenna Redders. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Amua throws that one away. So Redders will reach on the fielder's choice, and Barton stays alive on the E4. And the error by the Queens, second of the game, will bring up the tying run to the plate here in the 5th inning. And Tegan Riley will be the batter, 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts. Foul back, no balls, 2 strikes. That's opposite field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Barton will stay at third. And the Skeeters have now loaded the bases with 1 away here in the 5th inning. So that'll bring up Ava Castillo, who singled and scored back in the 4th inning after this meeting in the circle for the Queens. Can't get the bunt down fair. It's a foul ball. Grounded to third. They throw home to get the force. No chance for a double play as Desiderio's throw almost pulled Ruggiero off home, but she made the catch, and there's now 2 away. So Castillo's reaches on the fielder's choice. Riley to second, Redders to third. Barton is out at home. So now 2 out, bases loaded for Lindsay Chadwick, who's 1 for 2 with a double. First pitch is a strike. She does represent the go-ahead run at the plate here in the top of the 5th. Called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Big strikeout there by Furness of Chadwick. And the Skeeters leave them loaded here in the 5th. No runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error. And 3 runners left. We move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still 6-3 Queens. This is the FGCL. Six-three Queens. We move to the home half of the 5th inning. Bella Ruggiero leading things off for the Queens. 4-5-6 due up against Grace Rourke in the circle. First pitch is a ball. Called strike, 1-1. Popped up. Foul ground. It will get out of play. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. And game 3 coming up at 2:30. Wrapping up day 19 here in the FGCL, the Pioneers and the Aquanauts. Game 2 of that series. Knots took game 1. Ground ball, that's through for a base hit from Bella Ruggiero. Leadoff single. And that will bring up Amaya Doyle, who's 0 for 1, hit by a pitch with a run scored in the 4th. Doyle chases there, 1-2. A win for the Aquanauts will clinch them a first-round bye in their game later on today against the Pioneers. And we'll have that for you right here. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Doyle down on strikes. Here's one away. And that brings up Carissa Howell. Howell 2 for 2 on the day with 2 doubles and a run score. Ground ball to first. They throw to second. They're able to get 1. Won't be able to turn the double play. But the lead runner is retired. Now 2 outs with the runner on first for Ella Brooks, who in 2 plate appearances today has been hit twice and has scored once. Called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-2, swung on a miss for strike three. And that'll do it for the Queens here in the home half of the fifth. No runs on a hit, no errors, and one left. We played 5, 6-3. Queens with the lead. This is the FGCL. Alexa Muller with a ground ball to short. Play made by Brooks, and there's one away here in the top of the sixth inning. That'll bring up Avery Miller, who hit the second of back-to-back homers her last time up in the fourth. 1 for 2 on the day with that solo shot. Skeeters trying to get something going here in the sixth, trailing by 3. Called strike there, 1-1. Counts full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff is swung on and missed for strike 3. And there's 2 gone. So 2 out now for Annalise Weinbarger. 1 for 2 with a single. Popped up on the infield. Catch made by Desiderio, and that's a 1-2-3-6 inning from Maddie Furness and the Queens as the Skeeters go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left. We head to the bottom of the sixth, still 6-3. Queens with the lead. This is the FGCL. Kirsten Amua leading things off for the Queens. Getting her first at-bat of the ball game. Amua did not appear in yesterday's matchup. 8 of 25 on the year, batting .320. 3 runs scored, 6 runs driven in with a double. 4 walks on the year. Swings and misses there for strike 3, and there's one away. And that will bring up Sav Lewis. She's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Top of the 6th inning, over on field 1, the Slice have a 6-0 lead over the Finns. Called strike, counts full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th. Queens looking for some insurance before the Skeeters will have an opportunity in the top of the 7th. Lewis lines that one to short. Muller's there to make the catch, and there's 2 away. So 2 out, nobody on. Now for the extra hitter, Jamire Byram. 2 for 2 on the day, a solo homer in the third, an RBI single, and scored in the fourth. This is the third inning of relief for Grace Rourke in the circle. Fly ball to center. Wes Miller will track it down to make the catch for out number 3, wrapping up the 6th inning. Queens go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left. We head to the 7th. Last chance for the Skeeters. 6-3 Queens. This is the FGCL. We move to the 7th inning. The last chance for the Skeeters. 6-3 Queens with the lead. Kate Westmiller leading things off for the Skeeters. Maddie Furness looking to try to finish things off for the Queens. First pitch misses for ball 1. Westmiller 1 for 2 with a single. Ooh, that one to the backstop. 2 balls, no strikes. That would hit the outside corner, 3-1. Payoff pitch. Another foul ball from Westmiller. Payoff pitch is outside for ball 4. So Westmiller coaxes the walk to start things off here in the 7th. And that'll bring back up Grace Rourke. She struck out her first time up back in the 5th. Tying run still in the on-deck circle for the Skeeters. That bunt is fouled off as Furness came inside on Rourke. pulls back the bunt this time, 1-1. Bunts and misses at that one. They throw down. Wes Miller's back in time, but now the count moves to 1-2 on Rourke. We'll see if, with 2 strikes, the bunt is taken off. Hits the inside corner for a called strike 3. So Rourke can't get the bunt down. There's 1 out. And that'll bring up Avery Barton. 1 for 3 with a single. And she hammers this one to center field, but that's going to stay in the ballpark. Catch is made by Lewis. And Barton didn't miss that one by much, but now the Skeeters are down to their final out. The last chance for the Skeeters is Redders. She has to reach to bring the tying run to the plate. Redders is 0 for 3, got on a fielder's choice in the 5th. First pitch is a little in for ball 1. Three balls, no strikes. One's fouled back. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the Skeeters are down to their final strike. Furness battles back after falling down 3-0 in the count. Payoff, fouled away. Line to left, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Redders keeps the game alive. Runners on first and second with 2 out, and the tying run to the plate here with 2 outs for the Skeeters. And it's Tegan Riley, who's 1 for 3, singled her last time up. First pitch grounded to short. Long throw across the diamond. It is in time for out number 3 to retire the side and end the ball game. Your final score: Queens 6, Skeeters 3. The Skeeters here in the 7th get no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. With the win, the Queens improved to 14-3. And they stay alive in the race for the number 1 overall seed. The Skeeters fall to 5-12 on the year. For the Queens, they got 6 runs on 7 hits. They committed 2 errors and left 6 runners on. For the Skeeters, 3 runs on 9 hits. They committed 2 errors and they left 10 runners on base. Once again, your final score: Queens 6, Skeeters 3. Coming up next, it's the final game of the day here on field number 2. It's the Pioneers taking on the Aquanauts. That's coming up at 2:30. Till then, I'm Tom Canterbury, and this is the FGCL.